Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Udghatya Yoga Kalaya Hridayabja Kosham Annehi Chiradapi Yatharuchi Grihyamanaha Yah Prasphurati Aviratam Paripurna Rupaha Shreyasame Dishatu Shashvatikam Mukundaha Shreyasame Dishatu Shreyasame Dishatu Shashvatikam Mukundaha Shashvatikam Mukundaha. After so much churning, in all different walks of life, India is ready to assert its glory and victory in the name of yoga. Some foreign historian told that day would come where India will conquer her conquerors. Yes, we were under the clutches of foreign rule for many centuries, but we never accepted it. We have never accepted that slavery imposed on us. Our ancestors were fighting and fighting. We have been fighting. Ultimately, we got that freedom. That golden ray we could see on the horizon. Now again, another moment awaited. Though we became Swatantra, that swarm it was missing. Because same mental slavery continued here. Our rulers, Britishers, they left India, but we were not ready to bid farewell to them. The same British culture continued in all walks of life, whether it is education, family, culture. Our attitude towards science and technology, our attitude towards different ideals and ideas pertaining to our day-to-day activities, the same British culture continued. Now it is one more problem that the British culture is mixed with American culture. So, it is just like Markatasya Surapanam. It is monkey by its very nature. If something intoxicating thing given to it to drink, what will be its fate? But in the midst of this much thick darkness, again that ray of Rishi culture, it is visible to our eyes on that eastern horizon. The same golden ray, Surya Rashmayaha, that Aruna Kanti, it is there. now in the name of yoga. So that we are all eagerly waiting for that golden moment on 21st June, World Yoga Day. Many organizations, many Mahatmas, sadhus, all of them are preparing. Many such organizations unanimously passed a resolution to celebrate the whole week starting from June 14th up to 21st June, World Yoga Day, as Yoga Saptaha, Rashtriya Yoga Saptaha, National Week for Yoga. Sangha also has taken this as its main activity in its recently held ABPS Akhil Bharatiya Prathinidhi Sabha held at Nagpur has taken two important resolutions. One is about language, Indian language, Swabhasha, Swabhusha related resolution. How we have to maintain Indianness in our culture, in our activities, and even in our language, Swabhasha. Without Swabhasha and Swabhusha, we cannot have that national identity. Difficult. But unfortunately, the young generation is not understanding. We have to develop that competency, linguistic competency. We must be in the position to use that highly powerful communicative capacity in any language. At the same time, we must have command, fluency in our own languages, whether it is Kannada, Tamil, Sanskrit or Hindi. We cannot get lost in the name of any other language, Hindi or English or any foreign languages now. French, German, all languages rushing. They are rushing and pushing our languages aside. That's what's happening. So that we must go for Bhasha, Swabhasha. And another resolution it is about Yoga, World Yoga Day. So that in this declared span of time pertaining to that particular week, 7 days, there will be so many programs to educate people about yoga. It is very much needed now. Because now many people, they have their own schools. Ultimately now yoga has become one more mode of exercise. There are many types of exercises. Many people, they use it for their bodybuilding, etc., etc. But yoga cannot be used for that, because yoga is more chitta related, mind related. We cannot have body yoga. We cannot have body yoga go separate. So the Annamaya Kosha yoga is different, Pranamaya Kosha is different, Manomaya Kosha is different. No. Yoga is one. Our people, they have laid down wonderful tradition in this. It is totally cemented with our life journey. How we sit, that is yoga. How we breathe, that is yoga. How we talk, how we meet, how we eat. All these whole Jivana Vyapara, whole life journey, it is cemented with yoga. That is what we must go for, Purna Yoga. Even great Maharshi Aurobindo has used this word, Purna Yoga. Actually, Purna Yoga, Purna adjective is not at all necessary. It is not to be attained. Yoga means it is Purna, always it is. Paripurna. But now it is so lopsided, its concept has become so lopsided, so that now we have to project the real yoga in its real perspective. If you go to Rigveda, that is the oldest, finest literature available in the whole history of mankind, Dashamandala, 10 mandalas, yoga, Veda, Rigveda. There you don't find any yoga word. Can we say that, oh, in the age of Rigveda there was no yoga? No, it was Yajna. Yajna and Yaga words are repeated many times in that whole gamut of the text comprising 11,000 odd mantras in the whole Rigveda. So that according to the Vedics of Rigveda age, it was Yajna and Shishtachara. That is the word they used for yoga jivana, yoga-oriented life, eco-friendly life. Man must live like man, that's all. For that, whatever we adopt, that is yoga. If man lives like animal, whatever exercise you do, it is not yoga, it is only roga. It is only bhoga, nothing else. So man must live like man, because Mother Nature made him like that. So that his nature he must know well. Knowing his nature fully well, whatever good things for his integral development he adopts, that is everything, that is yoga. So how he gets up early in the morning, after getting up, what does he do? Whether he is doing some chanting or walking somewhere, enjoying that serene atmosphere of the whole ambience, all these are yoga. But doing so much hot exercise, just you go for eating tamasic, rajasic food, that is not yoga. Whatever exercise you do, you call it yoga exercise, any name you can give, but it is not yoga. So it is Shishtachara. So that Vedic people of Veda culture, that rishis of yore, they called it Yajna and Shishtachara. After that, if you come to the age of philosophy, Sankhya philosophy, they call it Viveka. Prakriti Purusha Viveka, that is the word they use. Viveka is nothing but eco-friendly life, yoga. But the word is different. The same Prakriti Purusha Viveka, Patanjali says it. Chittavritti Nirodha Yoga. You have to supplement your mind. It is not controlling or suppressing your mental waves, but you have to refine it. Same, it is the same Prakriti Purusha Viveka. Vedantins, they call it, great philosophers like Vyasa, Shankara, Madhva Ramanuja, Nimbarka, Srikantha Shivacharya, all great philosophers. In the Vedantic tradition, they call it Shama Dhamma. Shama, Dhamma, Upadati, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana, all these words they use. They are called Anubandha Chatushtaya Shatka Sampatti, they call it. Sampatti. Sampatti means wealth. Human wealth. Wealth for human excellence. That is what Vedantins say, they call it Sampatti, Shatka Sampatti. That is the word used in the Vedanta tradition. Shama, Dama or Shatka Sampatti like that. If you ask our trinity of great Ayurveda Parampara, Sushruta, Charaka, Vagbhata, they call it Sadvritta. It is Sadvrittam. Vritta means Vyavahara, behavior. Eco-friendly behavior, my friend, you must have that. So that your food, your company, your lodging, boarding, your clothing, your walking, talking, every behavior, it must be Sadvritta. It must be highly refined, cultured Vyavahara. So that you must have that type of food. Then you will be free from all type of diseases. That is what Ayurveda Parampara says, it is Sadvritta. Nothing but it is yoga only. Name is different, it is Sadvritta, they call it. Beautiful word, Sadvritta. If you go to another very great school of philosophy, it is called Nyaya Shastra in our tradition. Kanada, Gautama, all great rishis have developed one branch of science, epistemology. That is the word used in English. It is Pramana Shastra in our tradition. They call it Apavarga. Yoga means, for them it is Apavarga. You must be beyond all bondages. You must go beyond Artha and Kama, Varga they are called. Bondages, that is confinements. Compartments, apartments, departments. You must go beyond these departments, apartments and all this. That is called Apavarga. Apagataha vargaha yasmat saha. Apavarga. So that they call it Apavarga, but it is nothing but yoga. Even they use yoga word also. In Gautama's Nyaya Sutra, yoga word also available. It is formed. And our Dharmashastrakaras, Manu, Yajnavalkya, Vasishtha and so many, there is another very important school of philosophy, school of thought in our tradition. They call it Sadachara. Sadachara, your achara. Your activities must be cultured. That means you must know while eating, while beating, while talking. Whenever you are awakened, when you use your body, when you use your talking, when you use your mind, while using all these three karanas, instruments given by Mother Nature, you must have very much discipline, very much cultured activity. You have to conduct because you are man. You are not animal. So that you must have that sadachara. So that how many different names? So yogins, that too tantric yogins, they have their own system. Tantrika, for example, Swatmarama and his tradition, wonderful tradition it is. It is Natha Sampradaya. In that Sampradaya, they have developed wonderful tantric yoga. They call it Yama Niyama. Patanjali says Yama Niyama. They are life values. It is Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Parigraha. All of you know these words. Like this is called Yama, and Niyama is another group of 5 main life values like Shaucha, Santosha, Tapaswadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana, Niyama. These are all well known to our group here. They call it especially Yama Niyamas. Swatmarama, he works it in very elaborated way. 10 Yamas and 10 Niyamas. According to Patanjali, it is only 5. But for Swatmarama, in his Hatha Pradipika, it is 10 Yamas, 10 Yamas. All essential life values he has portrayed so beautifully. He made it Samasamayika, time friendly, user friendly, age-friendly, need-friendly yoga he structured. Swatma Rama and his followers. They made it tailor-made yoga also. That means because that time people, they became vulnerable to Kali Yuga dosha. That is why they brought the Tantra Yoga. Life values, they have brought it. So that these are all life values, that is called yoga. So now that yoga day, World Yoga Day means that is the day for Indian values. Day for Indian system of culture. Day for rejuvenation of Rishi culture. Day for cultivating eco-friendly life values. We know, we are proud of our ancestors. We know, and we say always, my great-grandfather, he was so healthy, he lived for so much years. Why? Because his life system was eco-friendly. Why we are like this? Because our tongue, it is out of our control. That is the main problem. When tongue is out of control, all other senses, organs also become out of control. That is the day of decay, from where we start going down and down and down. That is to be addressed during. That is why in the name of World Yoga Day, we must go back. So that remembering our glorious past of great Rishi age, we must bring back the same glory. That is what Dayananda Saraswati told. Back to the Vedas. Like that you have to go back to the yogas and back to the Vedas, like that. So that with proper perspective, proper perception, we have to prepare, we have to go for that week, Yoga, Rashtriya Yoga Saptaha. Many organizations preparing for that. We are the pioneers. We are packed with so much achievements. We are going to give a special turn to this because now India is so much victim to many diseases, mainly this diabetes. So that Prashanti Kutiram, it is marching ahead with this special gift to the society. Yoga is, for us, it is wonderful remedy for overcoming all these deadly diseases. So all this will be conveyed to you duly in proper time. Let us get ready, make us prepared to march ahead. Om Tat Sat.